What's going on, all you wild Disney Pixar fans out there? Your two favorite dads are back tonight, and we have just returned from the local cinema. We both took our sons to go see, well, we took the whole family actually to go see the new Disney Pixar film. We've been hearing a lot about it recently. It just came out, and it involves an animal lover that uses technology to put her consciousness in a robotic animal and be able to communicate with the animal world and find out all sorts of things about the animal world and many more. So, we're going to be talking about and reviewing Disney Pixar's Hoppers.
That was intense.
That's right, my man. You had me at Disney and Pixar. We love these movies. We love watching these with our families coming back to review them, not just focusing on horror. We do kids movies and enjoy them as adults, watching these type of films. Animation gets better. Their stories are always fantastic. Could relate from kids all the way to adults. And another example of that with Hoppers. I really love the setup of this film with Mabel, voiced by Piper Curtis, a teenager lives with their grandma. They don't really talk about what happened to her parents, but lives with her grandma. And her grandma really gives her, appreciation and love of nature and how peaceful and how important it is. And then, fast forward, grandma passes away. Mabel is still trying to live on that legacy of her grandmother, having to do with nature and preserve it and save it against, of course, the local town, the government, everything trying to build on this particular woodland glade near the house.
The Glade. And yeah, it has to deal with the mayor of the city and them wanting to build this big overpass, this skyway overpass. And that's right over the glade there. So all the animals are going to have to get out of there, be moved, and it's of course, something that makes Mabel really angry, and she's gonna fight the mayor. She's the kind of girl that'll go down to City Hall and take a sign and protest and get in his ear and let him know that what he's doing is wrong. And the mayor is John Hamm in this, Mayor Jerry Genizaro in this film. Very funny, playing the mayor. He explains to Mabel, like, actually, the animals left, so there are no animals here. So she kind of has to figure out what's going on, why the, beavers and all the animals there have seemingly picked up and left. And as she's trying to find out what's happening, she runs into kind of this scientific experiment going on, and it involves robotic animals and people basically putting on these helmets and taking their subconscious and putting them into these robotic animals, and then going out into the real world and finding out what the animals are saying and what they're communicating and being able to talk with them and understand them. And it kicks off the story of her trying to save the glade.
Yeah, that's right. Trying to figure out why all the animals just up and left because it was always so busy. Mabel as a young girl, a young kid going out there with her grandma, always a bunch of animals out there, deer and a bear and insects and everything out there. And all of a sudden they're gone. You wonder why? Because they're building this highway right there. And of course, animals probably freak them out. They move on. So her going into this robot, she starts a relationship and conversations with all these type of animals. Big bear behind me. King George, voiced by Bobby Moynihan from SNL, hilarious, who's one of the main characters in the
Yeah.
movie. Kathy Najimy plays the doctor at Mabel's school in this. Dave Franco's the Insect King. There's so many, in Disney Pixar movies, there's so many great, memorable characters. There's so many in this movie, all the different animals, and really digging in, building this relationship with King George and the rest of the animal kingdom as to what's going on with them, why they're leaving, if they'll ever go back to save the glade.
Save the glade at all costs. Has movie has a lot of good messages in it, obviously, with nature and human beings and their connection with it, and how we treat the animals and wildlife, and kind of talking to people that want to go through and put modern amenities and build modern buildings and streets and stuff, and at what cost is it, worth it, and to bulldoze special places in nature like this because once you bulldoze them, you're not going to be able to get them back. They don't just grow back. You're disrupting wildlife. You're disrupting so many things about the ecosystems around you. So this movie has a lot to say about that, but it also has a lot to say about technology and, how evil people can be, really, in the case of the mayor and what happens there. But of course, Disney Pixar, it's going to have some feel-good moments throughout. And I thought they captured that here in this movie, especially the relationship between Mabel and her grandmother at the beginning there. That really kicked off the whole movie and was the heartbeat of the movie, Mabel trying to live up to her grandmother's wishes, before she passed and keeping the glade alive and keeping all the wildlife there and happy. And I thought it was clever how they did that and explained things in this movie. And, through the use of the robots, how they're able to go there and you're able to learn as a human, like what's going on, when we're not there and the animals, you hear all the sounds, but what are they really saying? And I thought that was all clever and well done. And I enjoyed the villain aspect of this movie, with the mayor, and then, like you mentioned, the Insect King. I thought that was really funny too. There's a lot of funny parts here. And, just a really fun movie overall. Had a great message and was very entertaining. And I really enjoyed this movie, Hoppers. I thought it was imaginative and was, raised some good conversations and something that you could go home on the car ride home and talk with your family about and discuss, what you learned and what you can take to heart from this movie.
The backdrop takes place in the Pacific Northwest, a perfect place for animals and nature and Beaverton, Oregon. I love the whole backdrop of this, just loving the Pacific Northwest. And I thought it had a lot to say in this. I thought it was unique, not comparable to other Pixar movies. I really enjoyed that. I thought the animation looked beautiful, incredible. So many great performances, voice actors, actresses alike. And really enjoyed, Mabel's character as a young kid fighting to stop this evil, mayor from building and bringing the animals back to their land here. Yeah, I had a lot to say, and I really had a great time with this. Music score of this movie is incredible. A lot of great messages. Really great time at the movie theater watching this with the family. Makes you feel good. A lot of themes and messages you'll get out of this is for a kid or adult, and a movie I definitely pick up for the home collection. Rewatch this. I had a great time with this. Really excited for it. And yeah, not too many things I can say bad about this movie. I had a great time with it. So that being said, I'm going to give Hoppers, currently playing in cinemas across the globe, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 beaver hair pieces.
Yeah, I enjoyed this film. I like this movie, Disney Pixar coming back again. I'm trying to think of the last one we saw, probably Elio. I think I like this a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit better than Elio. So, we'll be seeing Disney Pixar back in the cinemas here in a couple months with Toy Story 5. But it's nice for them to have like new potential franchises like Hoppers here. And really enjoyed this. Like I said, original, imaginative, did something different. It hasn't been done before than Disney Pixar. And some very funny moments. This is a laugh riot too. It's funny and heartfelt. Had a little bit of everything for everybody, going to see it with your family. We all enjoyed it. We loved it. And with that being said, I'm going to give Hoppers, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5 John Hamm hair pieces.
I want to hear from all you wild animal lovers out there. What did you like about Hoppers? What didn't you like about it? What's your favorite Pixar movie? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to bite, subscribe. Also, check out these wild bears and bulls on Facebook, X, and Instagram. Our website, Cinephellas.com, for the latest, greatest TV movie news and reviews.
Well, thank all you guys for watching our review of Hoppers. All you calves get back into the herd and to the back pasture now. And until the next Cinephellas movie review, I'm Uncle Henry.
I'm Uncle Logan signing out to the next movie review. Cheers!
Cheers!